Alright. Hello, fellow viewers. Finally live after a bit of being late. OBS sadly had some problems where it wouldn't show the Pokéfinder program properly, so you had to redo that very quickly. But here we are. That is done. And now we can finally begin the Wild Wednesday stream. Alright, who's here? Parents with dinner isn't due to ready until 19:30 my time, so I'm going to be a bit late to stream. Good luck. Thank you, James. Although I've also been late half an hour because of OBS being stupid again, but I beat back Murphy's Law. We managed to crop it properly again. I guess it's because it didn't come in time to bless the stream with luck. May RNG bless you. Thank you, human name, and welcome to the stream. Welcome back, random account. How are you doing tonight? Good luck, thank you, darling. Alright, so this is Wild Wednesday. So I'm going to hunt any wild Pokemon that I have not yet shiny hunted or RNG manipulated. Now I need to deposit these first, because I did forget about one single thing, and that is the fact that I can use synchronize. Jesus, my PC is a bit full. I really need to use Pokemon Box again. But yeah, I did get a synchronizer, which for those of you who don't know, if you have the ability synchronize, that means that the wild Pokemon are going to be more likely to have the same nature as the Pokemon with synchronize. And this Espeon is hard, which is adamant in German, and Synchro, which just is synchronized, but the German. So when I do that, I can type that into my program, Pokéfinder, and then I can find more shinies, or shinies that I could get like that as well, but I wouldn't need to wait 8 minutes or 40 minutes, and that's just, I'm sorry, I don't have the patience for that, and that gets really, really long if you keep doing that. So let's assemble the crew together. Trusty Rosina to catch it. Yeah, that should be good. Right. Which one should we do first? Will we do Shiny Umbreon? That would mean there's no EVs in Emerald. I need to do Egg RNG manipulation, and I haven't done that yet. So I did plan on making just a stream where I do egg manipulation. So I will be doing that in the future, but not in this stream, and I want to do it first before I stream it, so I will know how it works, and so that I get it right. Right, so as you can see here, this is my Pokéfinder program. When you have an Emerald profile, since Emerald, and not, this feature does not exist in Ruby and Sapphire. Since Emerald, the Synchronize has that out of battle ability. Click Adamant. Shiny. The delay depends on where we are going. I mean, we have tons of options right now, and I'm always keen on hearing what anyone of you want to hear or to see. For example, on Fiery Path, I do not have a Grimer. And with Synchronize, I can get one. there's no limit for today. We're just gonna get as many as I can before I become way too tired. So it's a marathon of sorts. Good question. What should we hunt? I don't have Chimecho. Grimer sounds good, yeah. Still looking through all the options. I mean, there's a lot of them. But Grimer sounds good, you said? Fiery Path Grimer. Okay, since that is inside of a cave, you have to set the delay correctly. And because it is inside, the delay is gonna be 268. Because I'm gonna use Sweet Scent. And then Fiery Path is the one that is... It's the one here. Should have changed the bikes again. I was, wait. Jeez. Yeah, that should be good. Right, let's start with Grimer, the green, the green snotball. But yeah, shiny Umbreon will, or multiple shiny Eevees. Yeah, I will do these. Okay, so the shiny frame is on frame 15,301. Type that in. Delay is set correctly, and then let's start. Again, I would like to apologize for the delay. I had to reconfigure how OBS shows the Pokéfinder program, because it just wouldn't show that correctly. And I mean, seeing as this is a wild shiny manipulation hunt and not a stationary one, they work a bit differently, although I do believe that wild ones are easier than stationary ones. Mainly because with stationaries, sometimes you have NPCs that are in the overworld that move, and that can offset a few frames. So you can miss the frame even though that is entirely not your fault. And yeah, because I have Espeon as a synchronized lead. Usually, if I wanted to get a shiny Grimer in Emerald, I would have to wait for a long time. I could demonstrate this if I turn synchronize off. Oh wait, I wouldn't even get one. So yeah, if I don't use a synchronizer, I will not get a shiny Grimer, unless maybe I put maximum advances add a 0 on here, but that's just a ridiculous waiting time. If you're hunting for very advanced frames, and with very advanced frames, that means having to wait days or weeks in game, which is insane. You don't do that unless you're using the battle video method, and there's other methods to skip that. Teachy TV in Fire Red and Leaf Green, for example. But as you can see, I can click generate as much as I like, but I would never get a shiny Grimer without a synchronizer. And I have an adamant one, and suddenly the game can generate 2 shinies. One at 15,301, that's the one we're hunting now. And the second one at 72,800, which I don't know how many minutes that would be, but it would be way too much. Already at around 20,000 I stop checking. Some would even be some would even say 15,000 is too much. They would say I would delete the save file and try again, but obviously this is my childhood save file and it has sentimental value attached to it, and also I have over 500, almost 600 hours logged into it. Obviously I'm not gonna delete that one, and I think 3 minutes is okay to wait, or 4 minutes. At least I believe it is. That way we can also, tonight, we could get shiny Whalmer and Relicanth, as well as others. I mean, all except the ones in the Safari Zone, I want to keep that for a separate stream. Wanted to do Shiny Safari Saturday or Shiny Safari Sunday. Then I would hunt all the ones that I can get in the Safari Zone. Right, so first try. That would be around 20 minutes of waiting. Ah, yeah, you checked. That is a Numel. That is not what I wanted. Don't think I'll calibrate here. I'm very confident then that this is the it's always if you are inside caves and you use sweet scent, the delay is always going to be 268, no matter the target Pokemon. Oh, hey there, Arch. Welcome back. How have you been? Great to see you again. Thank God I was off today. Oh, so you had a day off? That's nice to hear. Shiny Wilma, yes, Shiny Wilma. We can get it in that stream, in this stream. And I really want a shiny Wilma. Obviously, it's a pink shiny, and pink shinies should be mine, all of them. I sound like Rouge the Bat from Sonic Adventure 2, but I'm not saying how all the jewels in the world should be mine, but I'm ruminating about all the shiny, pink shiny should be mine. Got the week off because of exams. Oh, good luck with that. Good luck with the exams. Are you on a break right now? I know that I couldn't study. I don't know how people did that, but they studied for 5 hours straight without any pause. I could not do that. I always had to take breaks in between. Also had the day off because of Fairy's weather. I see. This month schools were closed during one day where it was extremely snowy. And it wasn't just because of the snow, it was because of the black ice that formed. And as you may know, if black ice forms, then you can have the best brakes in the world. Your car is gonna slide down like it's a level in Super Mario 64. Which usually isn't normal Luxembourgish weather, but we always have a joke, a insider in the country, where we say if one single snowflake lands on the ground, then all hell breaks loose in terms of traffic. I think the gender ratio with Grimer is 50-50. Yeah, I can only get female shinies on this save file with this synchronizer. gonna catch the shiny Wilma in a Master Ball though, because that is just the perfect ball. Don't know why so many people say Master Balls are ugly. Oh, I see. Exams for last week, and we get a week off for prep and stuff for next semester. Oh, so you're preparing for next semester. Good luck with that then. Good thing I managed to at least relatively quickly solve that OBS issue. Although I've been thinking about changing my streaming program. I've heard my husband says that Streamlabs would maybe be better, and it has more options apparently. Then again, I never considered to stream before. Although now I'm doing it, I'm actually liking it much more than I anticipated. So there's still a lot of stuff I need to get into or teach myself. Need to get into Streamlabs. What do we get? What do we get? Nope, that's not what I'm looking for. We might accidentally get a wrong shiny, as in a shiny that I didn't, that is not a Grimer. And I'll show you what I mean. When I don't click Pokemon, in Pokéfinder I just click on the dash. That means any encounter slot is possible, and I set it to star square. See, there's so many frames that can give me a shiny. All of these frames give me shinies, and that's a lot of frames. But I specifically want the ones that have Grimer, and that's only slot 10 and 11. So if I go here, I have to scroll a bit, and this one, that's the, this is the shiny Grimer. So I could accidentally hit this frame. That's slot 1, what is slot 1? Not Newell. Okay, so I could maybe accidentally get a shiny Coughing. I mean, I'm okay with that. The Torkoal shiny that I have was also accidental. I was hunting for something else. That can happen, but not going to be, oh no, a shiny that, oh, woe is me. Obviously, I'm gonna still catch it. 3 shinies that are all 2 frames apart. Yeah, exactly. That can happen. No, your eyes are not deceiving you, Arch. I mean, I clicked it way again, but if I click on the dash, that means any encounter slot, because there's from 0 to 11, and all the wild Pokemon are put into specific slots. Might as well do that menu thing before I explain, not that I forget it. And yeah, that means on this and 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 this frame and this and this and this, all these frames give me shinies. And they're all female. And then, I mean, past, like I said before, past 20,000 I'm not looking anymore, because that will be a bit too long. That's a lot of shinies, isn't it? What we're looking for, Grimer specifically. Yeah, there's many we could get. I mean, it would also be nice to have a shiny coughing. At least I already had one in my that I RNG manipulated in my Ruby to have a competitive one. But I'm okay with catching another one. All female can't believe the misandry. Yeah, my Emerald save file, or the RNG gives me, since it's broken, gives you basically the same things in repeat. And my Emerald file gives me a lot of females. My Ruby save file gives me a lot of males. But both tend to give me adamant shinies, so I have a lot of adamant shinies. Not all of them, but the majority as of now that I have RNG manipulated are adamant. Trying to get a save file on my Sapphire that tends to give me modest ones. See what I get. Wrong shiny. Oh boy. Shiny Numel, but that's not what I wanted. But I do take it. Honestly. Let's do a setup. And you get burned. That is not good. Oh yeah. About that, you have synchronized, so you give your burns to the other one, to the opponent. So first shiny, and it's not the shiny that I wanted. That may happen quite a lot, but I mean, shinies are shinies, not going to complain. Right, so it's a level 16. A Numel, and it's female, and it's shiny, yeah, it is level 16. So I hit one of these. Either one of these frames I've hit, or maybe that one. Again, hard to tell and hard to calibrate. Still funny though. Right, 1, 2, 3. There we go, first shiny, even though I didn't want this one, but still. Right, you are burnt now. That is not as... Oh wait, don't you already have the remedy? Yeah. It's carrying the berry that heals a burn, so... There we go. Might as well save and try again. So yeah, until now, shiny Numel, even though I already have one, but can never have enough shinies, I guess. What other wrong shinies will I get next? Stay tuned. Can also get Skitty. I thought I couldn't get Skitty, but luckily I can. Just completely forgot about the synchronized. Okay, yeah, you're asleep. I have another shiny Numel now. Wonder if I get even more duplicates like that. I knew this would happen eventually, but it's very funny that it's the first shiny that I get on Wild Wednesdays, and it's a shiny that I didn't intend to get a shiny Numel. But as Arch has commented before, these shiny frames are so close to each other and there's so many that I'm bound to miss a few frames, a few tries, and then I get a shiny that I didn't plan on getting. That's also a, at least that's what I noticed with Emerald compared to my Ruby, that it gives me more slots. The name for Numel in German looks like Camus. I mean, Kamaub, it comes from Kamel, camel. And the Aub part is actually a good question. Usually, Pokemon names are always a portmanteau, so a pun that is a combination of two words. Now you make me curious, I have to look it up now. Kamaub, Kamel und Taub. Okay, apparently it's a combination of camel, kamel, and taub, which means death. Not death as in D-E-A-T-H. That's just my Luxembourgish accent pronouncing death as in D-E-A-F. That's what taub means. So a camel, that's death. Interesting. Don't know why they combined that word for the inability to hear with a camel. Some German names are very strange though. Garbodor is called Unra-Tytox, which is... Huh? Unra-Tytox? What kind of name is that? Some names I do prefer in English, others I prefer in other languages. French has some names that are... I don't know, Gyarados in English, that's okay, Garados in German, but Leviateur in French, that just sounds cool, that is Leviathan. Or it's derived from the same root word as Leviathan, the sea monster in the Bible. And other French names are very sweet or cute. Jigglypuff is called Rondoudou. Just a babyish way of saying sleepy sleep. Snory sleep, in a way. Gyarados was originally going to be called Skullkraken. Was it? I did see a list. Oh, there we go! Shiny slime, as it's called in German. That was pretty quick. I thought I was going to hit another wrong shiny. The Booger Man, yeah. Exactly. I do remember reading a list of original beta or beta names. I do remember, what was it, Coughing and the evolution being called NY and LA. A reference to New York and Los Angeles being polluted. And was it Seeking that they were planning on calling Neptune? Is that the list you're referring to? I don't remember what Gyarados' beta name was. Trying to think of it, but... I mean, a snot green ball would just be fitting. And we got it. Great. One down, many more to go. Fantastic. What should we hunt next? Should we stay in the cave and hunt for coughing? Even though I already have a shiny coughing, I would maybe go somewhere else and see what else I can get. Let's use dig and get out of there. I don't have a shiny Whismer. I have the evolutions as shiny, but I don't have the shiny Whismer. What else do we have? Petalburg Woods. Cubone's original name was Orphan. I mean, that wouldn't surprise me. That is Cubone's game design idea, that they wanted Cubone to be the orphan wearing the skull of its mother, very dark. Silcoon and Cascoon I'd like. Don't have them. Unless anyone in chat says no, I want something else. I'm gonna hunt these. If not, I'm always all ears if someone else here wants to see a very specific shiny. Least I can do is you give me a suggestion and I can tell you whether or not it's possible. Right, so... Oh jeez, I really need to use Pokemon Box again. I have way too many Pokemon on this. Okay, I'll just put you in this box already. Little snot Pokemon. Wait, did I heal? Well, I'll just assume I did. Yeah, early Pokemon sometimes had really dark themes. I mean, in the very first games, in Lavender Town, there's a tower dedicated to the dead Pokemon that are buried there, and the ghosts are still hunting. Not hunting, haunting. Excuse me. It's not the same. Okay, so it's okay. So you saw now that I used Sweet Scent, and when I used it in the cave before, the background of where my shiny Tropius was on was not black as it was here. It was bright. So that's when I know when this is going to be black, then you know you have to use the outside Sweet Scent delay. Which is strange because we're inside a forest, but it's the game logic, not mine. So the delay that we need to use is 261. Okay, generate. Alright, here's one shiny Silcoon. Let's go. Galarian Weezing could have been named London if original was called LA. Yeah. My husband was also saying the same thing. And I also thought of that. That would have been a perfect name if they went with LA. Now you make me curious, human name. Trying to find the list again that had the original names. Hang on. I seem to have found something. So you said it was going to be called Skullkraken or something like that? Oh. Yeah, Skullkraken with one L. Yeah, that is weird. And Scyther was going to be called Strike, as in strike with a Y, because that is cool, I guess. Ditto was going to be called Morpho, which is close to the French name of Ditto, which is Metamorph. And in Japanese it's called Metamon. Eevee was going to be called Eon, like Eontimer, or the Eon Pokemon, Latias and Latios. Omanite was going to be called S, so ESS, and Omastar would have been called Cargo, so KARGO, so S, Cargo. Ha ha ha. Guess the liberals got into Gyarados' original name. Kabuto was going to be called ATT, and Kabutops was going to be called Atlantis, so Atlantis, Escargo and Atlantis. Dratini was going to be called Dragoon, just like the air right machine, the legendary air right machine in Kirby. Yeah, Seeking was going to be called Neptune, and Tangela was going to be called Medusa. Lickitung was going to be called Tongue-Tied. So tongue written the normal standard way and then tied TYD. Orphon, I did find that as well. That is very interesting to see. For anyone curious, I've pasted a direct link to the image that I found into the chat so you can check for yourself, but it's very interesting to see what Pokemon names were almost going to be like. Jeez, already 9 p.m. where I am. So, chat, how's your week been until now? It's Wednesday now, but how has your start into the new week been? Was it good? Was it not so good? Me and my friends started making fairies names for Generation 1 Pokemon, but we didn't write them down. Oh, that would be interesting to see, though. I did something similar once as a child, where we tried to make Luxembourgish names, and we tried to make them sound as ridiculous as possible. And we laughed quite hard at these. Sadly, I didn't write them down, just like you, but should have done that maybe. Only had school Monday. Oh, that's nice. So the weather's still extreme in the Faroese island. I mean, it being an island and where it is situated when I look at it in a map, I mean, I'm not really confused as to why you have that weather. Must have quite strong winds almost every day. Calmed down a little bit again on Friday. Ah, I see. It's also weird, I did get a headache again, but that was when it changed from -1 degree to 8 degrees overnight. I always get a headache from that. Not a migraine like some people do, that is a level above that, but do feel my sinuses clogging. I'm sorry I'm here. Did I miss anything? Welcome back to the stream, James. Great to see you again. I got one accidental shiny that I didn't want to get. I mean, I was trying to get a shiny Grimer, which I got. So, that, and a shiny Numel that I got accidentally. But I'm taking it. Hola, hey shiny Rayquaza, glad to see you again. How are you? But yeah, I also, the stream was 30 or almost 30 minutes late because OBS wouldn't correctly show the programs. Or just not show anything correctly at all. So I had to fix that first. And of course that's always happening before you have to stream. Because of Murphy's Law, but I beat Murphy's Law. It's working now. You're good? That's good. Yeah, and I mean, it's not an appointment, my stream, right? You come and go whenever you feel like. I'm always happy if someone just sticks around for a couple of minutes. But yeah, until now, I've gotten 2 shinies. Found a really good... Does it say car or cam game? Because unfortunately, I don't know how to change this, but with the YouTube stream layout, James can vouch that for me because he sat right next to me and he could see it. It sometimes blocks the last few words in the chat and it's very stupid. I don't know who thought of that idea, but I think it's car. Good car game on VR, and of course I'm insane at driving. What car game is it? And what are you driving in the game? A supercar or a tuned everyday man car? Sadly discontinued, so no more updates. I see, that's unfortunate. Yes, YouTube layout for stream sucks, yeah. I mean, or maybe I'm too stupid to see that you could maybe put the emoji thing somewhere else, but I'm not able to do that, and I don't know why you would put it there. Right, what do I get? That's not what I want. It's not a shiny anyway. Reset. For the ones joining the stream now, I am currently hunting a shiny Silcoon. It's not really high graphics scale, it's just a random car model. Not that it matters, I mean, I can tell you for a fact as someone who had game design courses at university that gameplay is more important and mechanics are more important than aesthetics. Bare minimum graphics, but it looks good. I mean, Minecraft isn't known for its world-class graphics, and still people love it because it works with the game concept. Also curious and tried the Animal Crossing memory card with Freeloader and my Japanese copy of Animal Crossing and didn't find the save I made with you. Maybe because I'm not using English game. I mean, James, I did warn you with that. You could, that's not going to work because GameCube games are region locked and so are the save files. So if you have a save file that's PAL and you try to open that save file using a Japanese copy, that's not going to work. Worst case, you can corrupt your save file or it asks you to change the format so that it matches either the NTSC-J, that's the Japanese one, or the US one, and vice versa. So I would recommend you not using the Animal Crossing memory card that you have that is PAL with a Japanese game. You should have a memory card for GameCube that you exclusively use for Japanese or US games. That's how I do it. That's how I never have any problems. Oh, you also get to change the gears yourself with a physical gear stick. So you have manual, and you have to do, since it's VR, you have to do the motion with the shifting from first to second, and then to third, to fourth. But you can't really press a clutch with the foot, can you? Because yeah, that would be interesting to try out. I mean, I do have a driver's license. I know for some Americans it's weird, but I can drive stick shift or stick, like they say, or manual. That's very common in Europe for people to be able to drive both automatic and manual. Would be cool trying that in VR. Hello, Bad Art Cheese, and welcome to my stream. Bad Art Cheese. That's a funny name. Bad graphics is more important than good graphics. Means fine, I have PAL ISO on Homebrew. I was just curious to see what's happening, but I honestly forgot that you warned me before. The save is still okay in Homebrew though. Well, that's good, but yeah. I did that because I tried getting my Japanese exclusive Chow that I have, the Amy and Knuckles Chow, and transfer them to my PAL save files, but that didn't work. I tried so much and it just didn't work. That's how I amassed some experience with these kinds of things. Still like it? Yeah, I mean, I do know people personally who cannot, I mean, they don't like driving a automatic car, they prefer doing it manually. Only has 5 gears. Ah, there we go. Third shiny. Don't really need to weaken it, but yeah, that is Silcoon, right? Panicon is the German name. Just check. Yeah, it's Silcoon. Great. So we have one more. Silcoon. Cascoon is going to be next then. Go to sleep. No, there's no clutch. Oh, I see. But that would be cool. I do remember that there was a game, I don't know, on the old console where you could push or the clutch with your foot, so it felt as realistically as it possibly could. Remember my cousin having a game like that. Have to ask him what that is. Yes, we got it. Okay, third shiny. And now let's get Cascoon. It's the other one. There we go. Paste the frame. It's always adamant. I don't remember if I saved. I think I did, but I'm just gonna do it again. Yeah, there are games with foot tracking. I do remember the same cousin that I visited last weekend. When I was a child, he showed me a game like this. The car learn and has a gear stick. I mean, both automatic and manual are going to have a stick, right? It's just that with automatic, you shift from D, that's drive, or P, that's park, N, that's neutral, and sometimes you have S for sports, or M for if you want to drive automatic but then decide to randomly drive manual again, you can also do that. And of course the R for reverse. But the manual ones have the numbers 1 to 5 or 1 to 7. It depends on what kind of car you have. Some have 5, some have 6, some have 7. So I don't know which one you mean, James. Either the one that I have with my car, the D, R, N, that one? Or is it C, not S? I've never seen C before in cars, but then again, the cars I've seen are European. Right, let's start with the set. Is the cousin beginning with an S? I don't want to say his name in case it's a bad idea. I mean, I have a very large family, so I have multiple cousins, but no. It's a him, not a her. And that cousin is I mean, I can only vouch for him. He's a bro. He won't steal anything from me. He was also at the wedding, James, so you did see him. Well, yeah, he did have a car game like that. C, not S. No, it's not that cousin either. Like I said before, I have a very large family, so it's from my mother's side, though, if in case that helps you. Told some friends about your stream so they might join. I don't know. Oh, that's very kind of you, Shiny Rayquaza. Thank you. I learned in a Hyundai 11 or something like that. It has 6 gears. I mean, Hyundai 11 doesn't tell me if it's automatic or manual. Those exist with the two, right? But you saying it has 1 to 6 gears, well, it should be manual then. Do you have 3 pedals or clutches? Like foot pedals in the car, or do you only have 2? Because if you have 3, it's manual. Because you need to press the clutch with your left foot before you change gears. And if you don't have to do that, you don't have a clutch. You don't have the leftmost foot pedal. So when you only have 2, that's the brake on the left and gas on the right, then that's a automatic car. It takes you up, but the cousin was thinking in case it's say on here. Don't have to check later, of course. Yeah, I can tell you who it is, but I'll die if I get automatic. You're like my brother, Shiny Rayquaza. He always says to me, driving automatic is like driving these bumper cars at a theme park. It's boring. Give me my manual car or I'll die. He always says that. Interesting, though. It's good that we have both. I mean, me personally, I love automatic because I'm a calm driver, not a super slow driver. I'm not the one you have to honk at because I get stuck at the left lane. I'm not like that. But I'm not a fast driver, or I don't like driving very sporty cars. And I just prefer automatic. It's more comfortable that way. And I like a car that's comfortable to drive. Oh, manual. There you go. Yes, definitely. Manual, 3 pedals, clutch, brake, and gas. Yeah, there we go. That's one of the easiest ways to determine whether or not it's the one or the other. Can't you get semi-automatic cars with gears but no clutch? Oh, you mean Tiptronic? I think that's what they called. I've never seen them in Europe, but then again, I haven't driven that many cars, that many different cars. But the ones that I have driven, I've never seen that. Also with other people's cars that I know. Never seen that before. But I could be wrong though. I'm not a car gal, I'm not a car artist. I don't know everything there is to know about cars. And that's not... I do know that this is not a shiny. I mean, could be that there are semi-automatic with gears but no clutch. Although I'm not sure, maybe you mean the manual mode that you get with automatic cars? I mean, the car that I drive has it's a Kia. It's a automatic. And I do have the option of putting it into M mode. And then I can... basically, I press a button, and then I tip it to the right or the left, no, to up or down, and that just determines if I want to shift a gear up or down manually. Maybe you mean that. I mean, I almost never use it. I only use it to be able to brake with the motor, because you can brake without pressing the brakes. If you drive a bit with cars, you learn to do that trick. Or maybe if you're going downhill too fast, you can, when you have automatic, you can switch to M and then go into second gear. And then you don't have to press your brakes that much. And saves on brake fuel as well. I'm back with the VR whip. So you got your, I guess, cigarettes ready and your popcorn. Or... I guess that is shorthand for your vapes. Oh, yeah, right, James. You are from the UK, so your clutch to change gears is also on the left, right? It's not mirrored. Because you do drive on the other side of the road. I've seen people from the UK drive on European roads, and I mean they did drive in UK cars, so the driver was on the right side of the car, not the left side. That has to be so confusing. I would not drive my car in the UK. I think I wouldn't take long for me to do a traffic violation, because I am so used of right of way that you have to yield for the right and not to the left. I think I would get that confused pretty quickly. Well, maybe not, I don't know. I've never driven in the UK or in Japan, or where else is it in? Oh, maybe that's stupid, but no, it's not Australia. There's some other country in the world that also drives on that side. But it's Japan, it's the UK. Well, the UK isn't a country, to be fair. But what was the other one? It wasn't Australia, it was something else. Keep forgetting. Currently playing Zelda Wind Waker again, and there's this annoying little kid that won't leave me alone. How do I throw him into the river? You don't. I think you're stuck at the first island. You mean the kid with the large snot hanging out of his nose? I mean, honestly, where's the mom? Just give that poor boy a tissue. Basically means I'm gonna listen more on the air. That's no problem. I mean, I usually tend to be more of a listener as well. Clutch is on the left for me. Yeah, okay, so it's not mirrored. Okay. So I wouldn't get that confused. Oh boy. Another shiny Silcoon. Which I didn't really want, but here we go. I'll just Spam that netball. Well, and another shiny, even though it's not the one that I planned on getting, because as you can see I already have it. Oh well. Still gonna save. My mom did all the driving in Portugal and she absolutely hated it. She said she never wants to do that again. Yeah, I mean, if I put myself in that situation, I would also be stressed. I mean, you are so used to driving one specific way and then having to do it in mirrored, that would be very confusing. I don't think I would do that. My dad did it and he said it's okay, you get used to it. I don't know. Maybe I don't have that much confidence in my driving skills, but I don't know. I would not. I would just be like, I would probably, like I said before, violate some traffic laws, because I would think of the right way, yielding the right way and all that. Also, I don't think it's right that I can throw pigs in the river. They did nothing wrong. Yeah, well, I mean, for some reason you can hurt animals in some games, but not kids. In some games you can hurt both, so there's your equality, I guess. So 2 shiny. Wait, Silcoon. Silcoon is the white one. Oh, wait. Cascoon is the one that I already have. I didn't get a Silcoon. I got... Oh, okay. So it's this frame that I need to... Oh well, I'll... Maybe I'll get another unwanted, let's say, shiny. I don't mind any wrong shiny. Normally my dad would do the driving when we go abroad, but he misplaced his license. Oh, okay. But when we got home, he found his license in the drawer of the desk. But my mom got so stressed with driving in another country. I mean, I did drive in other countries, that was fine somewhat, but with the UK, it's it's left of way and not right of way, so that's even more stress that compiles then. On top of knowing you're driving somewhere where you're absolutely not familiar with where everything is. Not me drifting in VR with manual while you guys complain about driving. I mean, funnily enough, I think I do like driving. At least I like it more than my husband. I like driving on highways and on or motorways, autobahn, however you wanna call it. Jesus voice. In what game can I hurt children? I'd like to play it. Oh, Jesus, James. I mean, multiple. It's cartoon violence, but still. Children deserve it more than the pigs. I love pigs. But you ate bacon, didn't you? Nah, just kidding, but... Left-wing driving versus right-wing driving, yeah. Just too much of a left-wing drive, I guess. I would drive without a license if I could, but no car. I wouldn't do that. If you get arrested with that, not a good idea. mean, I've known some people who could theoretically drive before they could get their license. Yes, definitely. The roads in Portugal are total opposite of the UK, yeah. Okay, click type D. So we have 2 Cascoons now. Now this one will turn into dust dogs later. And yeah, shiny Silcoon is yellow golden. Okay, I already did. She didn't know where she was going or anything. She had to ask strangers for directions. Thankfully, a lot of them knew English. Eat German bacon, it's not gross like British bacon. Yeah, but British food just is gross. Sorry to say that. I mean, I haven't been to everywhere in the UK. But from what I ate in Scotland, it was not. How can you mess up hot chocolate? How can you mess that up? And apparently you guys sometimes use hot chocolate with water, which I've never heard of before. Apparently that's a very common thing in America. At least my husband has a friend from America who sometimes does hot cocoa reviews on YouTube. Somewhat sarcastically, of course, but he would put powder in the mug and then pour warm water in, and I was shocked. Because I've never seen that before. And my husband just laughed and said, yeah, that's how they do warm cocoa, hot cocoa in America. And I answered, wait, don't they put the powder in and then the milk, warm milk, and then you stir it up with a spoon? That's how we made hot cocoa since forever, since I was a baby. That's what I've seen. I've never seen the warm water. That would explain why that one in Scotland tasted so horrible. Don't know about other countries, but in the UK you can legally drive my parents' car if they have their license with them. Yeah, similar regulations exist in Luxembourg, but it's not exactly like that. You can make a driver's license in the way that you call it a accompagné, which just means accompanied, basically. And that means that you can choose a guardian or a parent, a legal adult, who has had a driver's license for a couple of years, I think is the minimum. Don't remember the exact details. But you can legally drive if you pass the theoretical test and you have a company with you in the car. But then again, you can only drive in Luxembourg then. Back then when I did it with my mother as the accompagné, when we stopped at the border, for example, to France or Germany, I would have to park the car and we would have to exchange seats. I wasn't allowed to drive over the border. Just in Luxembourgish territory, that's it. You never need to apologize for bad-mouthing English. We'll always 100% agree with you. Yeah, I'm saying that people don't get the wrong ideas. I mean, I'm also making fun of Luxembourg a lot. Some Luxembourgers don't like me because I keep saying that the average Luxembourger doesn't seem to be very intelligent, but at least that's, from my experience, that's true. I'm sorry, that's just how it is. There's an objectively long way to make hot cocoa. Yeah, I mean, have you heard of that? That was such a culture shock to me. I've never seen that done with warm water. That just there. Maybe I'm just a snooty, pampered European woman. You would be correct with that. To each their own. If you like that with water, sure, go ahead, drink it all. I'm not gonna take that away from you. Not a shiny. I'm liking this format. How about you guys? Pretty cool though. I mean, I really like it, the Wild Wednesdays. Especially getting shinies that I didn't plan on, even though if they're duplicates, I don't care. There's an objectively wrong way to make hot cocoa, and there's an objectively wrong way to eat cornflakes. If you put the milk in and then the cornflakes, what's wrong with you? Okay, I'm kind of kidding, of course. It's me over-exaggerating that for comedic effect, of course. But that was also a shock when I saw a person doing that. But not as big as a shock of like the guy that told me that he would eat cornflakes with orange juice instead of milk. He told me I should try it because that I would get a sugar rush, but just hearing that made me cringe. Just thinking about that gives me teeth problems. Hot chocolate made with water is common here in fast food restaurants, but I hate it. I always use milk. Yeah, I was not a fan. Have this Lind or Lind. Yeah, Lind is actually, at least when I had it in the past, Lind was pretty good chocolate. Makes sense. Luxembourgish people tend to be less smart based on what Elon Musk does. It is safe to assume that wealth has an inverse relationship with intelligence, yeah. Yeah, I mean, he's one example. It does make me somewhat angry or annoyed when people say, oh, he's rich or she's rich. That means she must be very intelligent. No. There's a lot of people being born to very rich parents that are pretty stupid, but they have financial advisors, so... What's the old saying again? A fool and his money are easily parted. That used to be like that, but that's a thing of the past now, because stupid rich people have financial advisors, and that's why they keep getting richer. You don't need to be very intelligent to become rich. You do need a good starting position, and I mean, we do know where Musk started with. He didn't start from... He's not a rags to riches story, even though he's really trying to sell that idea very hard. He's not. That's just PR propaganda. His dad had a emerald mine in Zambia, so that explains why he... It's the same thing with Donald Trump saying, I got a small loan of $1 million. That's not a small loan, you pampered pig. Absolute privileged fool. That's a lot of money, 1 million. And it's also somewhat of a misconception that everyone thinks every Luxembourger is very wealthy. What they usually do in these statistics is they look at the average household wealth, and what they do is they calculate the worth of the real estate that you're in. But real estate in Luxembourg is extremely overpriced and overvalued. So one normal house with 4 bedrooms, nothing special, costs over €1 million. So apparently a family being full of debt for a house like this is worth 1 million. No, they're not. They're not millionaires. Who the duck eats cereal with orange juice? That guy, I probably should not say his name, but some random student I met. I don't know, maybe he was just trolling me and my autistic butt couldn't read between the lines again. I mean, that is also a possibility, now that I'm thinking back. But then again, he did tell that to other people. Maybe he just trolled us. He just said that it's better than anticipated and that we should try it and we get a sugar rush. And yeah, I think he was just high while doing it, because otherwise how could you eat something like that? I mean, my mother did eat some very strange combinations when she was pregnant with me or my brother or my sister. She did tell me that sometimes when some pregnant women, not all of them, but they get they have a craving for a very specific combination, and apparently my mom went downstairs in the middle of the night, took out some bread. She made a sandwich with Nutella, so chocolate butter, and salami, and I just shiver by the thought of eating that. And she can't tell me why she really needed that moment. She says that today she couldn't even take one bite out of that sandwich. But back then, because of pregnancy hormones, apparently it tasted much better. But just that particular moment. Although the guy that told me that is definitely a guy who can't be pregnant, so not a trans person being pregnant. So no pregnancy hormones. I don't wonder how he got the idea of combining cereal with orange juice. No, it wasn't orange juice. It was, to be fair, it was banana juice, I think, because he said that comes closest to milk. But still, bleh. Ew. It's wrong, there's no official Musk Emerald mine. It's difficult to have an official company using slavery. Oh, there's so many companies using slavery. Almost all the fruit and, almost... Now that I'm thinking about which company does not, or which industry doesn't use slavery at some point. But how come it's wrong? His dad actually confirmed that he has a emerald mine in Zambia. That is correct. Elon Musk even bragged about that he had emeralds in his pockets and sold them to random people in New York. I don't know any normal person, as in normal working class people, having a son with emeralds in their pocket and diamonds, just selling them like that. That's not normal. Also pretty disgusting industry with the slaves that they have, or child workers in terrible conditions. I don't even understand what's the hype with diamonds. I mean, they're pretty, yeah, but you can make them synthetically, and it's just as much as a diamond as a naturally occurring one is. It isn't officially recognized because of slavery. Ah, okay, there you go. Actually, I mixed Oasis with cereal that looks like little chocolate chip cookies. Oh, you mean Cookie Crisps? I don't buy them anymore. I mean, I don't eat cereal anymore. Yeah, I mean, I've cut cereal completely out of my diet because cereal is nutritionally one of the worst things you can... Oh. Wrong shiny, but... Okay. Okay, didn't want that shiny, but sure, I'll take it. Golden Poochyena. And got it. 5th shiny for tonight. But yeah, I don't eat any cereal. It's nutritionally one of the worst things you could eat. It basically only offers you empty calories, and there's not many vitamins or other nutritions that you need. So I don't recommend using, buying or eating cereal. Of course, you guys can eat whatever you want. I'm not a doctor. I'm not a fitness expert. I'm not your mom. I'm not telling you how to live your life. But just saying, it's not. There's snacks that are better than that. And also, I don't buy Cookie Crisp anymore. I used to like them, but it's from Nestle, and I try to not buy anything from Nestle ever. Trying to boycott them as much as I can. You would never find banana juice in England. What the hell? There's banana juice in. Do you have Pfanner? You know, when we went to Germany and Luxembourg, you could find Pfanner juice. It's a brand of juice, and they also they make banana juice. It's pretty good. I'm pretty sure you can get banana juice in England. You just have to, not where you are then, James, because you're living in nowhere land, but in London you have to find it. I mean, that would be impossible not finding it there. I mean, companies tend to buy materials from other companies. I wouldn't be surprised if companies whitewash their products by not doing slavery themselves. Yeah, that's happening, especially in the fruit or chocolate trade. Also, some consumer electronics do that, yeah, of course. Companies are like that, sadly. Do you have shiny Breloom? Yeah, I have a shiny Breloom. Remember Champignon? I know, bad pun. Was the shiny Breloom that I used in some of my hunts. First time you saw it was in the Groudon, shiny Groudon stream. That's my shiny Breloom that I caught in Emerald. Are you looking for any particular shiny, just taking whatever you can get? I'm taking whatever I can get, at least. I'm planning on catching the ones I haven't caught yet. And, I mean, I did get 2 shiny Cascoons now. And, I mean, I already have a shiny Shroomish, now it's a Breloom. I've had a shiny Poochyena before, now I have 2. Shiny Wurmple I could also try, I have one in my Ruby. That I could try for one here, why not? Yeah, I got 2 shiny Cascoons now, trying for a shiny Silcoon. Tailo I already have, Slackoff I already have. Yeah. Basically, Wild Wednesday is any wild Pokemon that I haven't shiny manipulated yet in Emerald, I will catch. As many as I possibly can before I become too tired. That's the stream idea. And until now, we've already gotten multiple shinies, even though some of them I didn't really plan on getting, because I already have them. But I'm not gonna say no to a random to a shiny. Tried Fauna at your place, but we don't have that brand in England. I see. It is German, but sometimes you don't get it in. For example, now there's been a lot of protests in Western Europe. Protests from farmers. That's why some supermarkets are not empty, but there's a lot of products that are missing. Did notice that. Fun I've never heard of before until I came to you. That's so unfortunate. But then again, I'm just a spoiled, prejudiced European woman with all the good food just sitting right next to me, basically. Pretty sure repels can open up extra shiny slots. I've heard of that, but I've never managed to pull that off. How does that even work? Because I've never really tried looking that up, but I never could pull it off to work. Right now I'm using a synchronizer to get more slots open. Yeah, I do remember something like that, but I did some research on it and it didn't really work. To be fair, the synchronizer is already working pretty good. Because usually for Silcoon I would have to wait much longer. But now that I have my synchronizer, my Espeon. Oh, and also since my Emerald cartridge, the battery has run dry, so the time of the day is always stuck. It's always the same time, and I seem to only be able to evolve EVs into Espeons. So if I wanted an Umbreon, I would need to change the cartridge. I would have to trade it over. Wonder if I'm a Blissey has done a video about the repel thing you mentioned human name. Okay, he has stopped streaming. Wouldn't say I live in the Nowhereland. There's an Aldi literally run by the corner from my house now. Scotland, that is Nowhereland. I know so many people in Scotland who live in a field with no shops nearby. Yeah, but still, it's weird to me that you would have to walk an hour somewhere to get a train to then have to wait another hour to get to London. And you not seeing like that. I did notice that I said, oh, we have X, we have Y, and you said, oh, I've never seen that, and I'm like, wait, that's normal things that I even saw at the Maldives store, and Maldives is kind of out there, so I was wondering how these are products that are usually everywhere, aren't they? I'll shop online and get it delivered because again, can't get it otherwise. Yeah, that is... Imagine if that infrastructure has a problem, then these people have... Yeah. I mean, you can already think what could happen. But yeah, just you saying, oh, I never saw that. I never saw that in England. That's just weird. You never saw banana milk in England? Welcome back, Shiny Rayquaza. Right, 5 seconds remaining. Let's see if I hit the correct frame this time. Got into 27 car crashes. Good that they're virtual. Been... another shiny... another shiny Cascoon, even though I wanted a Silcoon, but oh well. Pokeball should I use this time? Cascoon evolves into Dustox. And Dustox shiny, what colors does that one have? It's brown, but oh, let's do this one. Who said virtual? I stole my mom's car. Damn, you're a gangster. Can't even start. Yeah, you need the keys for that. Okay, you don't want to stay in the ball. That's fine, I guess. Wait, what did I say? We didn't have... you said you didn't have banana milk, which I do find very strange. Let's throw another repeat ball at that thing. There we go. Another shiny that I now have 3 shiny Cascoons. Hooray, I guess. Still save. That's Wild Wednesdays for you. You never know what you're gonna get. At least you do somewhat know, but village I live in has more than enough stores that I can walk 15 minutes to get my local mall. I'm thankful for that. Oh, banana milk. I mean, there is also banana milk. But honestly, the banana milk in Luxembourg that's made by Luxair, not Luxair. Luxair is the air. Is the air oh, Jesus. Why do I keep saying Luxair when I mean Luxlait? So, Luxlait. That's the national company making milk in Luxembourg. And they have banana milk and it's really good. It's a banana milkshake but cold. It's very tasty. Can't speak for other banana milk brands. But the one in Luxembourg, we have excellent milk. Our milk is really good. I have to say that. Correct, I've never seen banana juice and I've seen banana juice in menu, but never in stores. Yeah, that's kind of weird. I mean, I'm sure that one of these stores where you live would have it. Still, I wouldn't recommend putting that with, eating that together with cornflakes. That doesn't sound very appealing to me. Although now that I'm thinking about it, I'm not sure if he was trolling or not. Maybe you just want to get a reaction, who knows. Hopefully not getting a shiny Cascoon again. Although that can happen. Silcoon. Could try Wurmple. There's multiple Wurmples if I don't get one while trying to get the Silcoon. In England we have a brand named Yazoo who makes banana milk. It's very nice. Oh, Yazoo, we also have that here, but I've never... I don't really buy these things, except maybe for the Luxembourgish Luxlait. And then, even then, that's it. I try to, I know, I mean, right now, since I'm looking for a job, I can't afford to buy things like that. I mean, I usually try to just buy the necessary groceries right now. I have to, in order to cook. And we have a food or a cooking plan that my husband made. He's a better cook than I am. So he's the one who cooks usually. So yeah, I don't usually go out and buy... Especially not brands where I don't know if I like it, because sadly I'm a very picky eater. And I guess in this context also a picky drinker. If you even say that, that's not a correct thing to say, but I do think that gets the point across. I don't want to waste money on things I'm not sure if I'm gonna like them or not. Prefer saving that money then. Especially in this economy. Especially in Luxembourg, where everything is super expensive. Except coffee and alcohol and cigarettes. That you get tax-free. Oh, but you want housing? No, buddy. Shell over 1 million. Still thinking about Luxley Mango. Pulled the handbrake by accident. Are you sure, or were you using the handbrake to drift? Just for your information, that Wurmple was not a shiny. Shiny Wurmple would be purple. Did you guys see the moon last week? It was really nice. Except if you had a cloudy sky, you could see it very well. Much does a burger cost in Luxembourg? Here it costs 15 euros. Depends on where you go. I mean, if you go to a fast food place like McDonald's and Quick and Burger King and what they're all called, it's gonna cost you almost as much as it would cost you in another country. But if you go to a cafe or restaurant and you order a burger, it's also about 15, depends. Some are even over 20 euros. No, I wasn't drifting. Omni, how irresponsible do you think I am? Yeah, that was by accident, right? No, of course not. What was I thinking? Yeah, it depends on, I mean, there's a, it really depends on where you go, and it depends on what kind of restaurant you go to. But usually, yeah, about 15 as well. And that doesn't have to mean that just because they're expensive doesn't mean they're good. But usually you can't really say too many bad things about restaurants in Luxembourg. Sure, they may be expensive sometimes, but quality-wise, they're usually very good. Luxembourg has very strict regulations when it comes to food safety, hygiene, and standards in restaurants and cooking. Watching these Gordon Ramsay shows where he goes into the kitchens and they had rats around, cockroaches, stocking raw meat right next to cooked meat on the same shelf even. All these things, if you would do that in Luxembourg, the state would come and say, shut your doors now. That would not fly. I don't know if there are any health regulations like that in America. Not trying to be mean, of course, but knowing how America is in general, how they feel against regulations, probably they don't have anything. They don't. I mean, how else could I explain the fact that restaurants like these exist in the US? I would never ever fly in Luxembourg. You would go to prison for that. But then again, we wouldn't have a fun show like that then, I guess. Burger King here costs 15 euro for a burger. Wow, that's a lot. Did you not like the Luxley mango? I don't like mango milk. I like mango, I like milk, but both of them, not really. Prefer the vanilla or the chocolate or the strawberry milk that they have. Those are very good, but mango, I don't know. Don't think goes well together. At least for me. Burgeramt, yeah, that is in Germany. Yeah, they make really good burgers. Funny how they called themselves Burgeramt. Almost identical to Bürgeramt, which is town hall in German. The hotel me and my parents stayed in at the wedding, the burgers were 40 euros each. Yeah, those are hotel burgers. For some reason, hotel food is even more expensive in Luxembourg. So I always tell people to maybe not, maybe don't eat food in hotels at all. Because they seem to be super overpriced. Of course, I usually don't have any business being in a hotel in my home country. But, they seem to have very expensive, even more expensive food. Fact only, it was because my stick was literally right in front of my handbrake, so I thought I wanted to pull the handbrake. Oh, so you mistakenly, I see. Driving 120 kilometers around corners isn't a good idea, trust me, guys. Yeah, it isn't. No. Yeah, it isn't. Was the 40 euro burger good at least, or was it bad? Because that is always the most disappointing part. If you pay a lot for food and then it ends up being not tasty at all. And the moment I look at the clock again, it's 1 more hour has passed. Time flies. Where does that time go? I'm a good driver, Omni. I'd never attempt to drift. I mean, good drivers can drift without problems, right? But drifting is not good doing that on public roads. There's racing roads for that. At least in Europe, usually people drive to the Nürnberg Ring. Just in Germany. You can rent, I think, for a couple of hours or something like that. You can, it's a racing track for cars, and you can drive your car on it. And really push it to the limit. See what you can do. You can also legally drift there. Although I'm not sure, I know it's possible drifting with automatic, but I don't know how. Someone explained it to me, but I forgot it because when am I going to drift? Never. So I never really retained that information. I know it's possible, I just forgot how. I think is it that you need to put it in neutral for a time and then you need to let go of the gas, press the brakes and then go D again and then push as hard as you can on the gas pedal, something like that? I forgot. Obviously, I'm never going to drift in public. I did see, that's not when I was driving, but I was driving with a then friend, middle of the night, and there was a guy, I think he was drunk or something. He drifted in the roundabout. So there's that. I have a friend who once stayed in the hotel right next to a house just for the experience. Another shiny Cascoon? Okay, sure. We're getting shinies, but no, not really the ones that I want. Anyone want a shiny Cascoon? Fortunately, can't trade that over through the internet. The hotel burger was good, but the burger is better. I see, yeah. Then don't waste 40 euros. Would be nice if I get a Silcoon as a shiny. Let's see if the Premier Ball works. It does. And another shiny. I've been to that ring. Oh, you've been to the Nürnberg Cool. I haven't. I just know that it exists, and maybe one day I'll take it. If I want to, I'll go there and try some drifting myself. Maybe they changed since then. I mean, apparently you could also rent cars that they have, and you'd be able... I mean, you could also go to a garage and rent what... I don't know, what supercar do you want? A Ferrari, a Bugatti, a Porsche, a AMG Mercedes, a BMW, some kind of very strong BMW, anything you desire, you could rent them and then drive to the Nürnberg and then you could drive and drift a supercar. At least I'd prefer if people did that instead of doing it on the real roads where people can hit you and you could kill people by being irresponsible. I mean, I do understand wanting the thrill of driving a car like that, but then please do it on designated roads like that. Crash because of my brother and now she laughing at me? So your sister or my brother and she? I've been to that ring, yeah, you said. Legal drifting, you say. I mean, you are liable for damages on your car. I think there's some kind of insurance thing you'd have to cover first. But yeah, you can race on that track. You'd need to rent it for a couple of hours. I don't know what the rates are. I've never been there. I've only heard people going there. I do know one person, a friend of a friend, let's say, who used to have a very strong supercar, and he did try the pushing his car to the limits on that track. It was her birthday. Should she treat herself to a hotel room? I mean, yeah, why not? If money isn't an issue, I would also maybe try something like that. Although I don't live close to hotels, so... Yeah, one day I'll probably go there. Maybe. If I have a dream car, yeah. And with dream car, I don't want a supercar or anything. Be happy with a pink Smart and a Volkswagen Harlequin, then I'd be happy. Probably test them out, see what they can do. Yeah, don't drift in public. It's also a very common tourist place. At least I think it is. They probably changed a lot of things since then. Actually, people have, you know, succumbed to their injuries on that ring because they just went way too overboard and couldn't control the car they were in. Want a Mazda RX-7 manual white body kit and bench spoiler. I have to Google that car. Mazda RX-7. I've seen that before. With a spoiler, you say. Bench spoiler. Was gone for a sec eating dessert. Was dessert good? Oh boy. And another shiny Poochyena, even though I don't want one, and that's the third one that I have now, but sure, I'll take it. I have more unwanted shinies than wanted shinies now, but I'm okay with that. You're always eating dessert. Human name knows how to enjoy life. Oh, 55656, that's a funny time. Shiny dog, yeah, that's the third shiny dog that I have now. Name him Good Boy. Okay, I will need to do that. I got your message just now, but I can change that later. Good Boy. I'll do that. Maybe shouldn't have clicked away at the naming screen so fast. Driving your Harlequin on the ring? Yeah, I mean, reference to the meme with Timmy Turner's dad. If I had one. I don't have one. Not yet. Kind of feel bad for not calling him Good Boy. I will do that later then. Well, it was basically mashed apples with biscuits on. Ooh, oh, that's very good. And with whipped cream and something extra to add on. Ooh, I envy you. That sounds very good. I already ate enough today. Only watch me drift past and crash on the ring. Yeah. I mean, depends. Maybe you're a very good driver. Who knows? Maybe you got a thing for that. I do know, or not know. No, that's not correct. But my mom knows a woman who. She never really explicitly said or showed that she was a car woman or a car freak, and she said, "I want to drive at the Nürburgring," and her male colleagues were like, "Are you sure?" And she was apparently really good at drifting. Turns out she did that on some fields when she was younger. Illegally, of course, but come on, it's not as I mean, she did drive somewhere where there was no one around. Oh yeah, if you live with grandparents or just generally when you visit grandparents, get ready to get desserts. That's just how it how they give you love. Scared about reversing? Reversing the car? Is that what you mean? Eating grapes? Oh, that's good. Drift on buggies and quad bikes. I don't even know how to drift on these. Then again, I don't even know how to drift on my using my own car since it's automatic. I mean, I do know there's a way to drift on that, but completely forgot about it. That's information I'm never going to use, probably. Reversing a car, what's scary about that? Is it the fact that you don't really see where you're going? Depends on the car. Some have cameras, but of course that's not every car has that. I do understand sometimes reversing a car you can't be really sure what's around. In between the cars, yeah, that is... Do you know that? Sometimes that also makes me nervous, I have to admit. Even though I got my license for a while now. Okay, what do you get now? A normal whirlpool, no thanks. That Silcoon is very stubborn. Hey, I got, what, 3 Cascoon Shinies now? I was reading the first Fairies dystopian novel. There was a horror scene at my school. I read it when I was in school. It gives them a feeling basically no one else is going to experience. What happened in that novel? I do find dystopian novels or just sci-fi novels interesting. Although we've had quite a lot of dystopian franchises. I think it's time for more utopian franchises. Even though writing a convincing utopia is very hard to pull off. But if you pull it off, you're a very good author. There are authors that have pulled that off. For example, Ian Banks with his culture novels. So if you've ever heard of Accession or Hydrogen Sonata, Surface Detail, Use of Weapons, Player of Games, those are all novels by Ian Banks, and they are set in a utopian or somewhat utopian future. Basically a utopian anarchist dream where everyone can do almost everything. Of course there's conflict and people that abuse their powers, but that's where the novels kick in. Very interesting read. I can only recommend these if you're into hard sci-fi like me. And if you're clumsy like me, like what I just did. But yeah, it's unfortunately he's not with us anymore. He died in 2000, was it 13 or 15? Yeah, he did die a couple of years ago. But I really love his novels. He's very good at his prose. He's very matter of fact, but it's not too cut dry. If that makes sense. I do think that is a very good skill to have, if you can be matter of fact while not being too dry and too boring, especially with sci-fi. Still, his characters are interestingly written. Can't really say that for a lot of sci-fi authors. For example, the author Xiliun, I keep misremembering his name. He's a Chinese man who wrote The Three Body Problem. Not a hard sci-fi book, but I mean, the story is very good, but the way he writes his characters, especially women, is just so bad. I'm always wishing I could read Ian Banks' novel instead. But then again, Three Body Problem is a good. It's a good novel. It's just his characters are not his strong point. Scene is difficult to explain without context. Other context. So you need context for the context in order to understand. Oh god, another shiny Poochyena. Okay, I'm gonna name that one Good Boy. No. Use this one. Ernest Hemingway had that writing style. Yeah, the matter-of-fact style. So we say Good Boy. Him. Well, it's a girl though. Should I still name it Good Boy or should I call her Good Girl? What do you think, Shiny Rayquaza? Both fit. I would say that because it's a girl, I would name it Good Girl. There we go. Shiny Pooch, Good Girl. And another one. Gutes Mädchen. That doesn't fit in, unfortunately. Whose novel, sorry, was AFK? Ian Banks. It's one of my favorite authors. He sadly died in 2015. I mean, you did probably see these novels on my shelf when you came over to visit. Who's the author who died? Ian Banks. I-A-N and his family name Banks. B-A-N-K-S. Maybe you've heard of him before. He also has written some novels that are not science fiction, but just, what was it, true crime or horror? Don't remember. I didn't read those. I just read his sci-fi stuff because, how do I say? It's a optimistic future that still shows how many parallel societies and parallel evils can develop, and his writing style is the most convincing for that. There's other hard sci-fi universes, for example, Orion's Arm. That's a web original project, a collaborative fiction project, where they have things where I would say, without spoiling too much, no, that couldn't exist. And don't think like scientifically. I mean, it is sci-fi, you already have to speculate to some extent, but what I mean is evil actors that are so overly evil that one of their highest intelligences, which they call Archilex, should have obliterated them a nanosecond ago, but somehow they don't. Just, that is tugging on my suspension of disbelief. When reading Mockingbird at school, the N-word was in the book and a girl got in trouble because she didn't want to say that aloud. Yeah, you said that in a stream and that's just baffling, honestly. I don't know if I wanted to read a something like that, honestly. Just out of pure respect. That's weird that she was basically forced to say that word or read that word out aloud. Don't know what the point of that was. Something is beeping here. I don't know if you guys hear that or it's a high-pitched noise. I don't know where that is coming from. No, it wasn't that. Pulled out a plug of something that I thought was making the noise, but apparently it's not that. Can't make out where it's coming from, or maybe I'm just the only one hearing it right now. Thought about maybe also letting music play during the stream. Just like some other streamers do. I just need to find music that doesn't get me owned with copyright claims later. Let's see what we get. Hopefully not another shiny Cascoon or Poochyena. No, it's normal Slackoth. That is not interesting at all. Then on the on Saturday, yeah, it should be this Saturday. That's when I'm going to try and get a shiny Regice. And should I get it on Saturday, then on Sunday it's gonna be Registeel. So a heads up for those of you watching right now, what you can expect to come soon. Don't recognize the N word in fairies because it's a loan word. I outright wing the bigots. She said the word, she got detention for not following the rules. So not following the rules is not saying the word, or did I understand that correctly? Remember to hydrate, kids. Also hear the beeping, so I'm not alone. Don't know where it's coming from. Hang on, I'll try something. No, that's just... I really don't know what it is. Should be better now. I just put set the volume down the microphone. But that also means that you don't hear me as loud. Although I do believe that I'm perfectly understandable right now. Well, I'll check if I can maybe change some other settings. No, that should... Nope, that did not do anything. That also... Nope, didn't do anything either. Nope, can still hear it. And... maybe if I go and... no. Okay, so the gain is minimum. This is maximum, but oh wow. That is way too loud. Okay, I do hear the beeping a bit less now, but the gain is a bit too high for my taste. Don't know where that beeping comes from. I think it might be a monitor though, a computer monitor. Still got my Yeti Blue microphone, still going strong. I think I've had it for 10 years now. Yeah, I think so. 2014 sounds about right. I think even earlier, maybe. Okay. Put the gain back because don't need that much noise. She disregarded the rules by not saying the N-word. That makes sense why she got the detention. By not saying the N-word. I mean, yeah, she refused to do it. Why did she get detention? That's stupid. If this were my daughter, I would really complain and go all full mama bear mode. It sounds like beeping from my computer screen. Yeah, I do believe it's that because, to be fair, I do need the computer screen to be on right now. Hopefully it's just not too annoying. It's not a loud beeping, but it's a background noise. Well, yeah, James, that is a very strange story. I mean, I do believe you that that happened, but I really don't see the logic in that, suspending a student because they refused to say a word that I would also refuse to read out aloud, so don't know what that is about. So what's up for, to break the silence a bit, what's the plan for tomorrow for you guys? Try to keep a sweet spot where it's not too much gain, but I think that should be it. At least I'm understandable enough, I would say. If not, please type that in the chat. Still hear it though. Don't think I can make that vanish. Doesn't seem to be like that can be the case. So 1 minute remaining. Almost streaming for 2 hours now. Wow, time flies. I have a presentation about Christians in Muslim countries in the Middle Ages tomorrow. Oh, interesting subject. Yeah, also probably about the persecution and how they... I mean, it depends on the country, of course, but I do know there's a lot of Muslim persecution, or any any religious minority or just any minority in a lot of countries are being persecuted, but you can find a lot of these in history books. So good luck on that. It's a interesting topic as well. Let's go. So what do you get? Another golden dog? Yes? I just predicted that correctly. Oh boy. Another shiny, and not the one that I want. Okay, oops. No, I don't know what ball to use at this point, honestly. Keep getting the shinies that I don't want. I already have. I mean, I could flee, but even though I know that I can get this shiny technically an infinite amount of times, it still feels wrong to reset over a wild shiny or to not catch it. But that's gonna probably happen a lot in the Safari Saturday or Safari Sunday stream. Because the catching mechanics there are different. You cannot use a Pokemon from your team to weaken the Pokemon. You can give it snacks, you can throw a ball at it, and I think you can throw a rock at it. Was not much persecution on Christians in the Middle Ages by Muslims. Yeah, there's more persecutions from Christians to Muslims. That's, I think, it's more historically present. Another shiny pooch. Another reset. Just want a shiny Silcoon, but nope. If I could wonder trade them right now, I would, but unfortunately that's not possible. Just want a Silcoon. We've been in this forest for quite a while now, but who knows what Wild Wednesday is gonna bring. Al-Andalus medieval Muslim Spain was also the safest place for Jews at the time. Yeah, there's also a lot of people that don't know that. Also, how much Muslim scholars have helped with the evolution of mathematical discoveries. They invented, I mean, if math is invented or discovered is another discussion, but entirely. But what I mean is they discovered algebra. You have to be a really freaking intelligent person to be able to deduce that there's algebra in the first place. They also made very good advancements in astronomy back then. At least they used to have a golden time, golden era, just like every culture had. And while we were dying from the pestilence and we were killing black cats because we thought they were close to the devil, and we were throwing our bowel contents onto the streets, that's the same time where the Arabs were thinking, hey, maybe you should wash your hands before doing anything, like a operation, surgery. They were much cleaner than we were back then. There's no superior culture in that way, that's what I'm trying to say. We all had our ups and downs and golden ages at different eras. And it also depends on external circumstances. Europeans when studying in Al-Andalus, yeah. Yeah, wasn't it in Al-Andalus where there was a huge hub where people translated books from Arabic into other languages? Mathematical books, astronomical books, biological books. At least I do remember reading a study showcasing that was a hotspot for translation. Which is a good thing because you wanted to spread the sciences across as many cultures as you possibly can. Washing their body was a religious thing, wasn't specifically for the Black Death. Yeah, I wasn't meaning that. I was meaning that they had levels of cleanliness that we could only dream of. Okay, what do you get now? Let me guess, Shiny Cascoon again, or Shiny Poochyena? Okay, no, I was wrong. Normal Wurmple. Free Palestine, absolutely. And I'm not ashamed to say that. And no one should call me an anti-Semite for that. Not against the Jewish people, but I am against apartheid regimes committing genocide against a particular group of people. I'm very clear on my stance, and I say Free Palestine unironically. If you read up on the history of that, which people always say it's complex or complicated. Complex, yes. Complicated, not really. Something can be complex without being complicated. And something can be complicated without being complex necessarily. Although the two concepts do tend to come in pairs or are tied to each other. Somewhat naturally, of course. And I don't care if the stream gets demonetized later as a video because I said that, because I am against human rights violations. Free Palestine, especially from Netanyahu. Yeah, especially from that genocidal freak. Never again, and then they do it to another kind of people. Just really have a hard time understanding that. These people should know how it feels like being persecuted, being eradicated for something trivial. And what happened to them during World War II, of course, was an absolute atrocity and this should never have happened. And now they have the fascist ultra-nationals doing the exact same thing. Which not only is a huge disrespect to the Jewish citizens that died in World War II, basically saying, yeah, that happened to you and we're gonna continue doing these atrocities for our sake, for our interests, whatever that means. But they're already unaliving their own citizens by mistake, so there's that. Tragic, but also just ridiculous. Never understood what the problem was. Just let Palestinians exist. But then again, I'm not a Zionist and I'm not a ultra-nationalist, so... Never again, unless it's beneficial for the leaders. Yeah, exactly. Glad we are on we are one on that topic, I guess. I mean, not a political stream, of course, although I am interested in politics and I try to always read up on everything. And it's, I mean, I had a stance before the war escalated even more. I was always like, what's the problem? Just let Palestine exist. But no. They also get dehumanized a lot. We're just doing the same stupid mistakes over and over and over again. We just won't learn as a species. Such a shame. And the conversation in the chat has started to become dark again. I mean, that's just the usual. And I have a green shiny again, even though I don't want... I want a Silcoon, dang it. Again, how many do I have now? 5? 4? I stopped counting. What is this? This is insane. Keep hitting the Cascoon frame. I think how many Cascoon frames do exist? Okay, so multiple. And I keep hitting... Really? Jeez, unlucky. Oh, I don't know, use a great ball. There goes another shiny. Another shiny that I caught 3 or 4 times already in the stream, but here we go. That's Wild Wednesdays for you. That I really need to use Pokemon Box soon to clear up some space in the PC in Emerald. So my accuracy getting shinies is pretty good, just not the shinies that I want, I guess. Colonial countries have degenerate cultures, half joking. I mean, colonialism in itself is degeneracy. And I'm not a fan of colonialism, right? I mean, I am a person that profited from it indirectly because I happen to be born in one of the richest countries in the world. But that's more privilege and luck than anything else. Persecuted countries have superior cultures. I mean, there is even if you're saying it half sarcastically, but there is... I do see where you're coming from. I just want a world without persecution. Is that really that hard to accomplish? So we are very close to finding out new things in quantum physics. We can build rockets that go to the moon. We can build... I mean, not yet, but we're getting better at building artificial intelligence. We do so many things, but just being peaceful and good to each other, apparently that's too much to ask for. Even though the things that I mentioned I find to be a bit harder to achieve than peace, but apparently I got that all wrong. wonder how many shiny Poochyinas I'm gonna get. Or shiny Cascoons. Just want a Silcoon. That's it. The golden cocoon. Really, I think I need to trade these over to my other games because Pokémon Emerald Sapphire, it has a lot of Pokemon in my boxes that... I mean, I do have a Dex. In my Pokemon box save file, I do have every single Pokemon from Gen 3. So complete Pokédex. Thinking maybe should I also do the insanity that my boy Blissey does. He's trying to do a national living dex of shinies in Generation 3 in Emerald. We were a colony and we were the second richest Nordic country per capita. Getting rich with colonialism is honestly an L. Oh yeah, it is an L. I'm not proud of that, even though Luxembourg always tried to be a neutral country, but still we reap the benefits of colonialism, and we still do. These systems are still in place. Unfortunately. Freer markets don't necessarily mean freer people. I know libertarians like to sprout that as absolute. That's their mantra, that's the dogma that you shouldn't question, but it's not like that. At least not from my experience, and not when I open economic and political science books, history books. That's not what the picture that I get when I think about, when I analyze it. And I'm not alone on that one, many scholars agree. Yes, embrace the shiny insanity. Okay, yeah, at least not another shiny Cascoon. Having money isn't everything, but not having it is. Guess you could say that. Free the market, free the market. Yeah, exactly. Jeez, already 23. So 11 p.m. Don't know how. I didn't really plan to stream for a certain time. Also depends on my viewers. If they want a bit more, I'll stream longer. If not, then I'll obviously continue this this little idea of mine, this format. I do really like it. I mean, we got a couple of shinies already. I'm gonna check them at the end. Okay, I didn't know if you heard that, but there's a dog barking outside. A neighbor's dog. It's pretty late, so better not let that dog bark too much. I'm genetically left-wing. My grandpa wasn't. My mom was a union leader. I guess I am as well. My mom was, when she was young, part of a Trotskyist political group, which doesn't exist anymore. And my dad was also in a union. But then again, unions are very strong in Luxembourg. But yeah, I think will definitely continue this this format. And also for Ruby and Sapphire. Hopefully I'll get some different spreads so we can see shinies that we haven't seen before. Oh, and in Ruby, after I'm done with the Reggies, so Registeel, Regice, Regirock I already got. Then it's time either for Shiny Rayquaza or Shiny Latias from Southern Island. And I did make a poll for that. That will release, I think it will be published tomorrow if I'm not mistaken. Wonder which one will win. The old channel mascot, which it's somehow, or it is still somewhat the channel mascot, or the black shiny everyone loves. Currently in a socialist youth party in the youth section of Sockdem party. I see. Although I do have my suspicions always with Sockdems, because historically they always backstabbed other leftists in order to get in bed with liberals or moderates. Beep, 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 beep. Yeah, soon. That's not anything that I want. Let's do it again. I think I'll do a couple more hunts. We have. Yeah, a couple more hunts, then we'll see what we hunted for today or tonight. And then we're gonna continue on Wednesday. How did your parents meet anyway? Oh, that's quite a story. My mom had a friend, a female friend. I still know her. And that friend was, and still is, somewhat of a very, let's say, interesting woman. She's in her almost in her 70s now. Yeah, she has to be. But she still listens to gangster rap and she dresses like a young person. She was always like that. I don't mind personally. And that woman, that friend, introduced my mom to my dad. And the thing is, that friend had something from my dad. She wanted him, but he wasn't interested in her. And she accidentally messed up her chances because now my dad was interested in my mom. And oh well, I think I have to. I did once tell her, "Thank you, you made me exist," and she kind of had to laugh, but it's true. She introduced my dad to my mom. Backstabbing is proof that Sockdems are leftists. Backstabs the left ammo. Yeah, you're not too wrong on that. At least leftists love to criticize other leftists the most. The leftist infighting, that's what we're good at. Sadly. Really have to say that is true. It's cool that you're engaged, though. Good to see people being politically engaged. Is she single, Omni? I know she used to be married, but I don't know if she's still... Are you interested, Shiny Rayquaza? I mean, she could be your grandma, unless you like older women, but then again, aren't you a minor? That would be illegal, not to say very creepy. I do think she had a husband, and I think she has a couple of children, but I've never met them. She was a work friend of my mom. Sometimes I see her when I go to the city that my parents live, where I grew up. Sometimes I I see her there, but that's about it. I'm not really that much in contact with her, even though I did tell her, thank you, you made me exist. I'm joking, damn, yeah, I'm joking as well. She's quite entertaining though. She does have a lot of friends that are much younger than her, but she's not a creep in that way. She's always been that way, apparently. I mean, my mom knows her since they were small and little children, so I do believe my mom. My mom knew her for, I think, over 50 years now, 60 years. My parents are boomers, so you can already guess what age they are. It's funny though. She just wanted to show my mom, hey, this Italian guy, I really like him. That's his name. I'm trying to pursue him. And my mom is like, nope, that's mine now. And I'm the result of that. You're selling me off for your mom's work friend. Oh no! Another shiny Pokéfinder. Oh, you have to be kidding me. No, why? I just want a Silcoon. I keep hitting the... Wait, I have to check that. Okay, so Pokéfinder is probably going to be... Okay, oh geez, there's so many frames of that. No wonder I keep hitting that frame. But still... So many shiny golden doggies. The good boy is back, yeah, she's back, the good girl. How long have they been together now? Ooh, good question. Since they were in their early 20s, so... 40 years? Over 40 years? They married and then they had me. But before they got married, they were in a relationship for very long, but they just weren't married, and they did things they wanted to do before having more children. Okay, I'm gonna... What do you have? Okay. Almost 3 hours. Stream. We'll do a couple of more resets. Hopefully I won't get another shiny Pokéfinder. I just don't like some of the party members' insistence general strikes, and son of a union leader, I can say it's not that simple. I mean, I do understand a general strike would do a lot, but I do understand as well that it's a massive problem how to... Basically, the planning and the logistics, some leftists vastly underestimate how hard that is, yeah. So it's not that simple, yeah, it isn't. Strikes require a lot, and our last resort. I mean, would be nice if we did one. Then we could show the elites and the capitalists that have had enough. Thing is, I think people have too much to lose, unfortunately. I have a friend who's nearly 60, but she's like a big kid. Most of her friends are like half her age. Yeah, that friend is also like that, but she's not childish in that regard. She's not mentally underdeveloped or something like that. She's just a wacky, quirky person, and I don't know what the problem with that is. I mean, I'm also somewhat wacky and quirky, so... Being single is boring as F. I don't know how people do it. Miss being loved. Oh, so you're not together with your girlfriend anymore? Sorry to hear that. You'll find a new partner, you'll see. And I don't know if being single is probably being preferable to being in an abusive relationship or a relationship that really pulls you down. Then again, the last time I've been single was when I was 15. So maybe I'm the wrong person to ask in terms of life experience, but I can just say from what I know from other people that I do know some of the most happy people that I know are single. But then again, those people are, or that one example is an asexual person, and they just really focused on work and career in their lives, and now they're at a point where, I mean, they make really good money and they are happily retired but single, but still pretty happy. But then again, being asexual is not the norm. Very rare, but they do exist. Arch had a girlfriend, Omnia had a boyfriend. Oh yeah, sorry, yeah. Wasn't abusive, we just agreed it was better to not be together. Well, that's actually very, I have to say that's very mature then of you, because there's a lot of teenagers being together and just being toxic to each other and not being able to say that, not being able to say, hey, maybe it would be better if we spend some time apart and not be a couple anymore because this isn't working out. It's very mature to be able to say, hey, this is the case, maybe we should do that. Split in a good way. Of course, you're gonna have hard feelings, but I'm bisexual, but I'm more gay than 50-50. I mean, don't know if you've heard about these, but the Kinsey Institute of Sexual Studies basically not proved, but strongly hinted with their research that almost every single human is to some extent bisexual, just that most have a tendency towards one gender, apparently. An open-minded person, that's good. You don't need girls, cats exist. Okay, James, I know what you're trying to say, but reading it in that context, just for a second, I was like, oh no, that's wrong. Guys. Oh, for a second I thought it was a shiny, but no. Okay. Another reset. I mean, James, you are single, but you're pretty happy about it, right? I do know some people that are single and they are very happy that way. Granted, they are a minority, I would say, but you really need good justification for general strikes. That is true. Although there are good good justifications. Just showing off to the capitalist class isn't that great of one. Yeah, obviously you need more than that. My 60-year-old friend Nikki, she's quirky as F, and why everyone loves her. We've never met in person, but she lives really close. We met because she helped me find work at an agency she worked for. That's nice. With gay and lesbian couples, they can both be equal because they can give and take just as much as each other. Yeah, I mean, don't think that's gender specific, to be fair. Most LGBTQ couples are more successful. Yeah, I've read a recent study where they said that LGBTQ plus couples tend to stay together for longer. I'm boring in that regard. I'm a classical heterosexual. But then again, as a child, the people, or no, not the people, the children would use gay as an insult. I'd never understand it, even back then. I just ask, what's wrong with liking your own gender? I don't know what's the problem. And then I was the gay one, even though no, not. But even if I was, what's the problem? I was with my boyfriend for 3 months. I'm with my husband now. I mean, we've been married for 4. In 2 days, gonna be 4 years. Oh, wow. Jeez. That's already, wow. 4 years, wow. But yeah, we've been together since 2010. So 14 years this year. I was not implying we should duck cats. Yeah, I know, I'm just... Having an adult brain is sometimes just a drawback. It ruins a lot of things. My YouTube app crashed, but do not duck cats. Yeah, no, don't do that. Start off strong and then work, and how busy I was, just got into a relationship, and I see. So we agreed it's better if you stay as friends. Well, that's very good. Wish more people could do that, because apparently it's impossible to pull off for some. I think that's because it's somewhat common for straight people to hate the other sex. Yeah, unfortunately, the two genders have been drifting apart for a lot of reasons. I have a 15-year-old brain, I think that way all the time. Hey there, Arch. Welcome back. Especially for men to be misogynist. Yeah, unfortunately with the incel rise, and I mean, I already said my opinion on these, but it is concerning though. But hating women, hating us won't help you with your problems. As a woman, I can say we've already been hated on enough. Okay, what do I get now? A normal wormhole, no thanks. What the hell did I get back to? You know how it is in this, in my chat. I just spoke about so many things today, about cars, about relationships, about politics, about Palestine, about strikes. What else? A lot. Quirky people. About a friend, my mom's work friend, who basically is the reason why I exist, because she introduced my father to her. And it's kind of funny because my mom, let's say, snagged my dad away from her, even though my dad was never interested in that work friend. But she had a crush on my dad, and unfortunately for her that didn't happen. But fortunately for me, that happened, because if that didn't happen, then I wouldn't be here. No, Kith. The Koenigsegg Jesko has 1600 brake horsepower. What? Brake horsepower? Is that something else than normal horsepower? Come back and I see a chap of effing cats. No, it's not about that. James just said, why do you need girls when you got cats? And because we were talking about relationships, I just commented, oh, if you're really in that context, that could maybe mean something else, and that's just messed up. I just got back from a good dinner. What the hell? Yeah, sorry, I didn't want to ruin your dinner. Topics can get very morbid here, even though we're playing a cute game of Pokémon, and I like women and men. So also bi, I guess. Comment get deleted if it removes context from the no-kith. Your comment got deleted? On my end, I don't see any comment being deleted. And honestly, I've never even deleted any comments here. And I don't think my mods have, at least. I would see it, because I do see the chat here. I just happened to win comments. But yeah, I don't see anything being removed on my end. I like cats, I also like cats. Well, I'm better, Arch, because I'm single. Okay. Are single people better? Not again, James. He does that. I've deleted my own comment. Yeah, James, I mean, you can't blame me with thinking that when you bring that up at the most inopportune moments, you know? I said incels and femcells should kiss. I see, yeah, femcells on that much better. Although, funnily enough, I've never really met any femcells. I have met my fair share of incels, but not femcells. Although I do know they exist. And just because they're female, that doesn't mean they are automatically right. Yeah, we stay on topic. No cat weird shenanigans. Anyway, I'm single. Oh, jeez. You again? I got the spread, I got the attitude. Attitude. Now, if you're a mascot, you'd be like a video game mascot from the 90s with attitude. At least that was what was cool back then. I sound like an old lady. Topics normally change in the conversations. We should change to the cat thing. No. I mean, cats as in pets. Cats. I love cats. I mean, not like that, right? But, cats are one of my favorite animals, so there's that. What was cool back when, you know, mascots like Sonic the Hedgehog and Bubsy the cat and what they're all called. That was very cool in the 90s, having a mascot like that. Oh, excuse me. How come your app keeps crashing, James? Oh geez, now that Arch and Shiny Rayquaza are back together, there's another fight happening. I've had both. Dang. You get some from both. Get Shiny Rayquaza is a conservative, can't believe someone here supports the status quo. I don't know, is he conservative? Aha, interesting comments here. So young and that already, dang. Using Android to watch a stream. I normally use my PC, but my retro game setup is in a different room. I see. Cat girls. See, I never really... yeah, see, my autistic brain can't really discern that sometimes. I don't like cat girls. I think it's very creepy that they had the thought of them having human ears and then a set of cat ears as well. I don't know, that just creeps me out so much. Femboys, tomboys, men, women, bro, cigarette. I just saw the shiny frames. What the actual F? What do you mean? These? Playing Ribbit King, it's so cool. Oh, so you're you're playing the game. I used to have Ribbit King. We didn't really play it a lot though. Conservatives wanting to conserve the conversation topic. I see. Keeping us away from dark corners and alleyways. Yeah, it can get pretty dark in here, can it? How is it when you go into streams and they play killer games and shooters and zombie games and the conversations are ubu and cutie, and when you play Pokemon then the conversations turn to Gaza and war and that. It's a cat. Which I won't say much or elaborate more anymore. Yeah, I don't say vile thing. Discord DMs. Yeah. Nuh-uh. Oh, you guys are too much. Don't like cat girls because they are often children targeted at men. That is also... Anyway, yeah, that is also a thing that creeps me out. Also, another shiny that I don't need. I don't know, just throw any balls at it. I'm into discrimination. Woof, it's hard. Like me. Never mind, I'm not into it anymore. Very interesting convo we're having here, guys. Yeah, but it's like, what, the 5th time now that I have a shiny Poochyena? I'm a good boy. And Jesus, stop trolling. Just keep hitting the Poochyena frames. Oops, no, that I didn't want to do that. We've moved on from cats to dogs now, I guess. Omni is bullying me. Should I be like a mom saying, no, don't do that. I'll take your, I don't know, cookies away or something. Alright, it's been 3 hours stream. Let's see what we got. Wow, I didn't get a wild encounter, nice. Right, hey, don't block me. What do you get today? Okay, that one you got last. Oh, Jesus, look. Okay. So we got a shiny, not Slugma, Grimer. Shiny Poochyena, shiny Poochyena, shiny Poochyena, shiny Poochyena, shiny Poochyena. Shiny Poochyena. 6? And 4 shiny Cascoons. There was another shiny, wasn't there? No. So yeah, a lot of shinies, but a lot of duplicates. Don't fight now, girls. But yeah, that is the first Wild Wednesday. A lot of copies, but at least we did get some shinies. Maybe I'll try not with in that forest. Maybe I'll try another route next time. Wonder what we'll start with. Maybe the Wilmer thing, because I really like the Wilmer. Love the Poké Center music. Yeah, it's really nice in this generation. Now, that's a lot of clones, basically. I don't even need to clone them because they are basically the same. Alright. I think I'll hit the hay for today. As always, I say thank you for attending the stream. Even though we got a lot of doubles, but that doesn't matter. That's what Wild Wednesdays is for. We never know what we're gonna get. And then don't fight now, girls, on all the chatters here, guy. Yeah, they are, but I'm just saying that as a joke. That's it. Right, so thank you for attending my stream, and next Saturday I'm going to try to get a shiny Regice on, and starting from now, every Wednesday, if I can, I'll try to do a Wild Wednesday stream like this, like today. Alright, so thank you for attending the stream, and see you next time. Goodbye, good night.